Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and this is my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start with euro dollar as usual, and let's say that this was a trend. Everything changed recently, and this level of 1.037 is more or less working as a very strong and reliable resistance. So, as we can see here, the market tried to go above this level but was unable, and from this week is coming down again. So what will it continue to do? Well, for sure 1.017 here, and then around the parity here we have two important supports, and in case of a market above 1.037, this level that is around 1.075 will work as a next relevant resistance. So, in my opinion, this is what we can see, let's say, on this currency pair. Let's switch immediately after to the commodities, and let's start with the crude oil. The crude oil is, let's say, was unable to go above the price of 93, 94 around here. So, unable to do that, and unable to go back in the previous range that was in between 93, 95 to 120, 123, let's say, and still remaining in this new range that is 76, this price here, and 95 here. There's an intermediate level around $82 per barrel, and the market was moving inside it, but later, let's say, there was a breakout here, and we are probably going to see very soon this level of 76 again. If it will happen, this will be quite interesting, and then we can wait for a rebound. It could be more probable that we can see prices below this level, especially if in a short-term future we will be involved into a recession. So in that case, I expect it to become a possibility. Let's switch immediately after to the gold. The gold was really happy to raise for two, let's say, relevant things. The first one is that after the market was back above a price of 1,780, it happened that the dollar became weaker than the euro, and as we know, these commodities are trading in dollars, and their price tends to move up if the dollar goes down. So this is let's say, this is why the market went down. This is thing number one. Thing number two is that we know that the gold is an alternative for bonds, and especially when the bonds yield goes down, the gold increase its value. So that's why the gold did so well recently, both because the dollar was weaker and then because the yield of a T-note was going down. When this situation stopped, the gold came a little bit back, and maybe we can see in short term a pullback to the price of 1,730 that let's say potentially could be an opportunity. Let's see what is going to happen. Let's switch immediately after to the European indices, and let's start with the DAX. So the DAX was very close to go back to this area, 14,600. That is very close to the level of 14,800 to 15,000 that represent such a strong resistance. In my opinion, not easy, not at all easy for the market to violate this resistance soon. Maybe a test could happen, but potentially I think that the market will be, let's say, rejected if it will arrive there. Quite similar is the situation that we can see on the Euro Stock 50, very close to the price of 3,980, that more or less is around this level. So the market was and still is quite close to this level, but again, this is a strong resistance to go through. So let's see if it is going to happen. Quite different is the situation on the US indices. Let's start with the S&P 500, The S&P 500 is getting a pause around here, something like they have to rest for some times after the recent growth here, and maybe later to do an attempt, maybe to reach the level of 4,150, that more or less is around here. In this moment, 4,000 is, let's say, a rounded price that work as a resistance. Let's see if the market will be able to go up there. But the market seems to be waiting for a trend that is yet to come. And to be honest, I don't think that this is a proper week due to the fact that we will have the Thanksgiving Day and then the Black Friday. So I expect the market to maintain, okay, the price around here, and then next week could be more relevant and more decisive for the situation. Something similar is happening on the Nasdaq too. The Nasdaq is weaker than the S&P 500, to be honest, and this, let's say, market coming a little bit back for the Nasdaq means to go back to test the previous resistance, now support. So will this level resist? Well, it seems, and we are around 11,700, around there, more or less 7 to 600, more or less we are very close to that level, and we will see what is going to happen. So this is all for this week. Thank you very much for being here. See you soon. Bye-bye.